controls of some other machines, and the Milltronics control, boy, it's just a lot simpler. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to try to figure out how to make one of these operate. I look at some of the other controls out there and I'm thinking, man, there's a lot of buttons here to push in. And things are just so much easier on the Milltronics. I think the amount of time that it takes to learn it is just reduced by a huge factor. We make custom parts for race cars, mostly drag race cars, valve covers, intake manifolds, special carburetor spacers. Most of our stuff is onesie twosie because it's all very application specific. Most of what we do is aluminum. I have done some mild steel and some stainless steel stuff. Tolerance and finishes of the parts we're making. The finish is kind of an artistic thing, and people really like the way our stuff looks. And that's part of the programming, part of the accuracy of the machine, the combination of the two to be able to produce that. You know, I'm not building mil-spec stuff, so I don't have to go to tenths of thousandths in accuracy on an intake manifold, but it certainly has to be probably, you know, within a thou or two. So it's plenty accurate enough for the kind of things that I'm doing. The big machine here, it'll take a memory stick, a USB memory stick, and that is a whole nother world. I can put a huge program on there, and it'll take the whole thing, and I don't have any issues. I have to constantly clean programs off of the little machine because it just doesn't have enough memory. Computer space and memory is just so important in these things. We're going to get more into doing piston domes because there's a need for that. And so what we do is we take a laser scan of a cylinder head, a combustion chamber, and that becomes the top of a piston then. And so I can make a couple of adjustments for clearances and such, and so that these things can operate at high RPM. With a little bit of programming, then we can make an exact duplicate of that combustion chamber on the top of a piston, so we get maximum compression, because the guys we're building this kind of thing for, these are pretty much all-out race cars, so they want the maximum that they can get. I actually had a friend comment one time. When I got my first machine, he said, "Boy, you can sure tell when you got your first machine," because the parts got better, and the quality and the finishes, just everything got stepped up. And so having a machine like this that you can build your own stuff, much less have people come to you and want you to build things for them, when you know that they're entrusting so much to you, it's actually really something.